Mr Davis.
With permission, Mr Speaker, I would like to answer questions 5 through to 12 together. Such is the interest in this scheme. We are working with employers at a local, national and regional level and we continue to have wide-ranging engagement to promote the scheme, and DWP officials are supporting applications through existing and growing partnerships. From day one, we've engaged with over 300 stakeholders to ensure the design of the Kickstart scheme delivers for our young people and employers alike. We continue to work with those in growing sectors to boost further opportunities, so far creating over 4,000 applications and over 20,000 approved Kickstart roles. These numbers are growing daily.
Let's head up to Lancashire with Mark Menzies. Mark Menzies.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Last week I met with Amiens, a building services company based in Files, who are looking to grow their team due to the recent construction boom in the North West. In construction, qualifications are vital to building a career. Can my honourable friend outline how the Kickstart scheme interacts with sixth form and further education colleges to help enrollees get valuable experience of work and certified lifetime skills?
Businesses in my honourable friend's constituency are coming forward daily, and DWP employer advisors are running daily sessions to get young people ready to be matched with these placements. In addition, we have created new youth hubs, working with local partners to assist young people in removing any barriers. Alongside this, we've allocated every Kickstarter an additional £1,500 employability support to ensure they are ready to take up these future work opportunities.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. SMEs in my Havant constituency are major local employers already supporting apprenticeships in very large numbers. What steps is my honourable friend's department taking to help kickstart gateway providers, particularly local authorities, help our SMEs to benefit from this scheme?
We are determined that SMEs can take part in Kickstart. We are actively working with a range of gateway organisations, including chambers of commerce, local authorities and charities, so they can support smaller employers to offer Kickstart roles. Guidance is regularly updated through the Kickstart portal on .gov.uk to clarify the process and highlight changes. SMEs can also access local employer contracts through these pages.
Dr Kieran Mullen.
Thank you. More than a dozen local businesses and charities have put forward applications, working with myself and the South Cheshire Chamber. They're really keen to get going. They want to give young people these opportunities. Do you know when they might be able to start getting the roles deployed?
We are encouraging employers to create a range of opportunities, Mr Speaker, through the Kickstart scheme for all young people aged 16 to 24 who are at risk of long-term unemployment, including those who have disabilities. And our work coaches will help identify those young people in need of any extra support available through the Kickstart scheme and any other suitable provision to support them. Meanwhile, my honourable friend would be interested to know that the wide-ranging opportunities in his constituency go to approval board this week for consideration.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The Kickstart scheme is proving to be a great success in my North Kensington job centre, with many placements already made and a number awaiting the end of lockdown in gyms, for instance. Does my honourable friend agree with me that it is critically important that we get young people into work, especially in London, where the cost of living is so high?
Well, I absolutely agree with my honourable friend. It is vital we support our young people into employment. As we know, they are often the most impacted in these times of economic uncertainty. And she will be pleased to know that in addition to Kickstart, the DWP Kensington Youth Team are actively working with local partners like Portobello Ruby Trust to help young people in her constituency back into work.
Felicity Buckland. Sorry, we're now heading to Derbyshire with Pauline Latham.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. We know young people are at a particular risk of being left behind as a result of this pandemic. Can my right honourable friend assure me that as we get our economy moving again, she will ensure younger people have the chance to develop the skills that they need for future employment?
Well, the Secretary of State and I are determined that this Kickstart scheme will be providing for young people the vital springboard to gain vital skills and experience in these fully subsidised 6-month roles, which will help to build their networks and their future opportunities before moving into long-term employment or apprenticeships, traineeships or further training. And I was delighted to be in Derbyshire earlier this year to see exactly how this will be working on the ground.
Catherine West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the last Parliament, members will recall that the apprenticeship levy scheme was a bit of a flop. It let down businesses, young people, local authorities and colleges. With my local area seeing a 182% increase in unemployment, youngsters are having their lives blighted now by joblessness. So what urgent action is being taken to work with local authorities and with employers and, of course, with colleges to promote an apprenticeship as a viable future option?
Well, I thank the Honourable Lady for this question. I think it's very important that Kickstart works with all opportunities for young people. My department is working cross-government to achieve this. The Haringey Youth Team is made up of 10 18 to 24-year-old focused work coaches, and absolutely they're already working directly on this in her Wood Green Job Centre, and I would encourage her to go and see this. She hasn't already.
Let's head up to Manchester with Andrew Gwynn. Andrew Gwynn.
Thank you. Partnership's going to be crucial to drive down youth unemployment. And I know areas like Greater Manchester are keen to understand how the Kickstart performs locally to assist in making the initiative a success. So can the Minister give clarity as to whether all the information relating to Kickstart participation and outcomes in terms of gateway organisations, number of job placements applied for, sector information and so on, will be shared with mayoral combined authorities like the GMCA so that they are able to identify gaps that may then require more local partnership intervention?
Well, I'm meeting with the M9 once again, and they've been absolutely crucial in terms of local design, local mayors, local LEPs, our local chambers of commerce. So it's been designed absolutely with local authorities and local labour markets in mind. And the Honourable Member will be pleased to know we're working closely with the Stockport Local Authority with their job match service, in particular around Kickstart.
Let's head to Lewisham with Shadow Minister Vicky Foxcroft. Vicky Foxcroft.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm sure, like me, the Minister wants to ensure that Kickstart works with disabled people. And I'd like to know whether or not the government has carried out an equality impact assessment of the scheme and if they'll publish it, but also if they'll commit to the following: support from access to work from day one of employment, access to Kickstart for recipients of ESA, and disability awareness training for all employment advisors. Now, these small changes could help ensure that every young person is able to benefit from Kickstart.
Sure.
Well, I thank the Honourable Lady for her question. I know she's focused on young people, as am I, and she may have heard from the Minister opposite me. We're absolutely determined, and it's already embedded. This is part of Kickstart. This placement is treated like regular work, so all existing schemes, such as access to work, can be used, and our young people in job centres will be able to discuss all their options via their work coach.
Substantive question to Secretary Coffey. Number 14.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With permission, I'll group questions 14 and 15. Earlier this month, I announced